The royal family is doing everything in its power to rehabilitate Andrew's image in the public eye. That is what they are doing right now. And my family, that's why the front page of the Daily Telegraph, which Harry himself told all of us, is put in front of the royal family while they're having breakfast for them to read, in which they were jealous of Meghan making the front page. My family today, that same Daily Telegraph that members of the royal family read, has plastered, a photo apparently of two members from Ghislaine Maxwell's family who have released a bizarre photograph of two people in a bath at her former London home, with photographs of Prince Andrew and Virginia Giuffre stuck to their heads in an extraordinary attempt to discredit Virginia, who accused Prince Andrew of sexual assault. My family, and you won't ever believe that this would ever make a front page of a media outlet, really. But that's what happened in the UK. Whenever you think that UK media can't go any lower, they go even lower and lower and lower and lower and lower, which has prompted reactions from the likes of Omid Scobie and Dr. Shola, my family, that I would love to share with you all, my family. Now, Dr. Shola said this on Twitter with a screenshot of this front page of the Daily Telegraph. She said this: imagine how sick you must be to deny or discredit sexual abuse of a woman with abhorrent fake photos that they say it clears Prince Andrew, the Duke. From Jeremy Clarkson's attack on Meghan Markle to media rehabilitation of Prince Andrew, who is not worth, the S word. Royal family silence is complicit in enabling misogyny, Dr. Shola said, my family. And my family, there is this case in the US, the O.J. Simpson case, whereby it was said that if the glove does not fit, the defense said this: if the glove does not fit, you must acquit. And my family, that is what Prince Andrew and his allies in the UK media, and apparently Ghislaine Maxwell's family, are right now trying to do. If the bathtub does not fit, really, apparently it shows that, the bathtub was too small for them to engage in any sexual activity. That is nothing but a disgusting lie. Nothing but a lie. First of all, Andrew, let us not forget, paid millions of pounds to a woman that he said and claimed that he never ever met. And apparently, this woman, Virginia, right now, has signed a book deal. A book deal. She signed a deal worth millions to write her memoir. Because the deal that they signed with Andrew for her to keep her mouth shut apparently only lasted 1 year. With all the lawyers the royal family have, with all the money, the millions they pay to Virginia Giuffre, surely they only got a deal that keeps her mouth shut for a period of 1 year. And now, after learning that Virginia Giuffre has signed a book deal worth millions, right now, the royal family is trying to say Andrew did not do it. And they're using fake photos to do it, really. Bizarre photographs to do it. With people who are from Ghislaine Maxwell's family. You know, having two people there, seated at the bathtub, with photos of Virginia and Andrew at the bathtub. I can't believe any editor could ever sign this off. Really, I just can't. UK media keep on going lower and lower and lower and lower every single day, just when you think they can't get any low. My family. Now here is what apparently my family, they are trying to say. That a photograph that the family of Ghislaine Maxwell believe discredits the Duke of York's accuser has been made public today. And this image, shows the bath in which the Duke, Prince Andrew, is alleged to have engaged in sexual activity with a teenage girl. Now two of Maxwell's acquaintances seated in the bath, fully clothed, and they had, bizarre photographs of two people in a bath, really, with their photos of Andrew and Virginia stuck to their heads. They did that to try and discredit Virginia after hearing that Virginia has signed a book deal. The biggest fear that you are learning of the royal family is optics, how they are viewed. That is their biggest fear, really. Now, as you all know, Virginia said and claimed that she and Prince Andrew engaged in sexual activity in the bath. And Maxwell's side says the photos shows that this is impossible. They're trying to say that, if the bath does not fit, well, guess what? It could never have happened. You must acquit Andrew. That is how they're trying to say it, like the infamous O.J. Simpson case. That if the gloves don't fit, you must acquit. They are doing the same thing right now. Now, my family, here is what they are saying right now. That in fact, this somewhat insane photograph will do little to discredit Virginia. Not least because there is clearly plenty of room in the bath for two people in the photo that the Daily Telegraph has plastered across the front pages for people in the UK to read. And plus, in a 2011 interview, she only claimed that Andrew played with her feet in the bath. She said she and Andrew got into the bath where he started licking my toes, between my toes, the arches of my feet. She said they then went into another room where they had sex. Now, my family, in 2019, she told BBC's Panorama, and I quote, that there was a bath and it started there and then led into the bedroom. Ghislaine Maxwell's brother, Ian Maxwell, said that in comments reported by the Daily Telegraph late Friday, that the images show conclusively that the bath is too small for any sort of sex frolicking. There is no Victorian bath, as Virginia Giuffre has claimed, which is proved both by the attached plan of the bathroom and the photos themselves. Just when you thought the UK media could not go any lower in trying to, rehabilitate Prince Andrew's image in the public eye. Now, Maxwell's side claims that about Virginia, describing a Victorian style bath seems to come from Virginia's unpublished memoir entitled The Billionaires Playboy Club, which formed part of court records released after a lawsuit against Ghislaine Maxwell was settled in 2017. And in that book, she wrote, and I quote, "It was beige marble tiled floor. It was a beige marble tiled floor with a porcelain Victorian style bathtub in the middle of the room." However, Virginia's lawyers have previously said parts of the memoir were fictionalized, and the judge presiding over Andrew's trial last year refused to accept the memoir as evidence in the case. It was certainly not written as legal testimony. Now, Andrew reportedly paid Virginia an estimated £14 million to settle her claim that he had raped her 3 times but did not admit liability. My family, that's what happened. And Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein's ex-girlfriend, who was jailed for child sex trafficking in 2021, gave a jailhouse interview to also try and rehabilitate Andrew's image by saying that the photo of her with Andrew and Virginia was a fake. My family, and apparently Andrew wants to reopen the case right after paying Virginia $14 million, as has been reported. My family, you just can't fix foolish. You just can't fix foolish, really. And my family, this shows the power of the palace, really. It shows the power the palace has to rehabilitate someone's image. That someone who has been accused of sex crimes is treated with much dignity by the UK media and even by the firm than someone like Harry, who married a woman of color. My family. And I can recall, really, Harry's memoir spare, where Prince Harry was asked by Meghan, "Do you think that they'll take away our security?" Harry then said, "No, I don't think so." Especially after the fact that, Andrew was not stripped of his security. And neither Harry nor Meghan have been accused of any sex crimes. But Harry and Meghan were wrong. It's Harry and Meghan that were stripped of their security, while Andrew was allowed to keep his. Apparently, it has been reported that Charles will take part in the funding of Prince Andrew's security and pay up to $3 million every single year to fund Prince Andrew's security. My family, that is what Charles has committed himself to do for Prince Andrew, really. He has said, based on reports, that he will fund Andrew security, really. My family, this is just so sad, really, that Charles would not do the same for his son, but would find someone who has been accused of sex crimes, but someone who married a black woman. That's too much for Charles. Don't forget that Charles has refused to acknowledge, his biracial grandchildren, Archie and Lepidana. He has refused to, recognize them formally as prince and princess. My family. And Charles, clearly, based on reports, will be funding Andrew's security. But he can't even protect his own son. When Harry wants help, Charles will not take his son's phone call. Charles is just a failure at really, really very much everything. A failure at everything. First of all, this shows foolishness on the side of the farm. I mean, you pay 14 million pounds to someone, and then that deal of them keeping quiet only lasts a year. I mean, the farm must fire the lawyers they have, really, because they did not do a great job. But anyway, my family, I'm very happy for that Virginia will be able to tell her own story, as she has signed a deal worth millions to write her own memoir. And hopefully, she keeps on exposing the pain that was caused to her by the actions of Prince Andrew when Prince Andrew raped Virginia Giuffre. My family. How else, why does Andrew pay 12 million pounds or $14 million to a woman that he has never met if he is innocent? I mean, come on. Andrew, however, does not admit liability, but paid $14 million to settle with Virginia. My family. That is what Andrew did. And clearly, tabloids and even the Daily Telegraph have been weaponized by the firm to try and rehabilitate Prince Andrew's image, really. Now, someone said that the UK media and the royal family are going out of the way to prove that Prince Harry is right. Indeed. That is just what they are doing. Now, someone called Rochelle said that this is a real front page. Are you serious? Someone asked, yes, very much it is, a front page in the UK. Now, someone said this, that, the Daily Telegraph is becoming as sleazy as the Daily Fail. Someone said that this is everywhere. Everyone is laughing on them. The state of the British press. Someone said that they were willing to lie to protect other members of the family, but they weren't willing to tell the truth to protect me and my husband. Meghan's words have been proven day in, day out, every single day because of the actions of the farm. They are proving Meghan right. 100% they are proving her right. Now, someone said that, can't someone find out who those clowns are and shame them? Someone said that on this front page, those who took, a photo of Andrew and Virginia and sat at the bathtub, who are they? Who are these clowns? Someone asked. Now, someone said that the UK media is a cesspool of hate, bigotry, misogyny. Indeed, very much true. Now, someone said that, just like Harry said, the media in Britain are in bed with the royal family. Very, very much true. Now, someone said that the Telegraph is a terrible newspaper. Indeed, very, very much true, my family. Very, very much true. This so-called free press is nothing but a mouthpiece and propaganda tool for those at the top to maintain control of the peasants. Someone said that indeed, very, very much true. I agree with that 100%, my family. 100%. I agree with that 100%. Allow me to also read comments and, Omid Scobie's tweet about, this serious matter. But first of all, before that, someone called Hannah said that Telegraph 2 days ago was saying that more than a third of rape victims drop out of proceedings against their assailant. Today, they are trying to do PR for Prince Andrew. That is what they are doing right now. So disgusting, really. Just so disgusting. And Omid Scobie said that, yes, this is a real front page. The photo featuring two Ghislaine Maxwell acquaintances in masks was taken to try and prove that the bath in which Prince Andrew is alleged to have engaged in sexual activity with the teenage Virginia Giuffre was too small for such acts. They are trying to pull off what happened in America in the O.J. Simpson case. If the glove does not fit, you must acquit. Now, Andrew and her friend Ghislaine Maxwell and their acquaintances are also saying that if the bathtub does not fit, you must acquit. I'm innocent. Andrew saying, I'm innocent because the bathtub does not fit. Well, what it shows is the bathtub does very much fit for two people. Very much. That's what it shows. This angle that they're trying to use as a defense just ain't working. It isn't working one bit. Now, someone called Rachel said that British media really are trash. What exactly does this prove? Exactly as I've said. They are trying to say that if the bathtub does not fit, Andrew and Virginia, then you must acquit. Then Andrew is innocent. Lies. This just won't stick. This angle of defense, it won't stick. Now, someone said that, yeah, and I believe that when these are rich millionaires with several large homes where these clients would meet, not some cheap hotel or motel, bathtubs that it's a group, jacuzzis, swimming pools, after all this time, that is the best lie that Andrew can come up with. Someone calls Andrew a pedophile. Someone called Derek calls him a pedophile. My family. Now, someone else that this is a bad look for the UK. This is so bad on so many levels. It's embarrassing, to British journalism or what's left of it. The masks, the insensitivity towards the victim to play the devil's advocate on a national newspaper is audacious, arrogant. Someone said that this image on the front page of a national newspaper is a disgrace. How low can Britain journalism go? Someone asked that question. Very, very much low. As I said, whenever you think that UK media have reached a new low, they say, hold my beer. You don't even have a clue of how lower they can even go. And they go lower and lower and lower and lower and lower every single time. I mean, it's like there are no limits to UK media in how low they can go. Really. Disgusting. It's just so disgusting what they're doing. So disgusting. Just to do PR for Prince Andrew. Now, someone called Yaslin Smith said that what the hell is going on? This is the Telegraph. And this is what they come up with? Are people really supposed to take this seriously? We are now heading into the twilight zone. Someone said that, you know? Now, someone else said that this is so disrespectful and it is definitely big enough. Andrew must be determined to make a complete joke of Charles' reign. My family, in their attempts to paint Virginia as a liar, what they are doing is making people talk about this even more. My family, that's what they're doing. And make no mistake, when Virginia Giuffre's book comes out, it will be a bestseller. Why? Because the UK media, in their desperate attempt to discredit Virginia, my family people will want to hear her side of the story even more from her own words. And that is what is happening right now. This is not a good strategy for, the UK media and even for Prince Andrew himself. But anyway, don't interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. So let Andrew keep making mistakes. Let the royal family keep making mistakes. Let them keep doing just that, making mistakes. Even James O'Brien had something to say about this Daily Telegraph front page. He said, "Good grief, I spotted this front page while scrolling and presumed it was some sort of photoshopped joke." Let me repeat that. I spotted this front page while scrolling and presumed it was some sort of photoshopped joke. I did not get it. It is not. James O'Brien has said. UK media keep sinking lower and lower and lower and lower, time and time again. Time and time again. My family, allow me to read even more comments on this issue, but people are not happy, and that's why I say let me talk about this, because people are not happy about this. People online are not happy about this. UK media keep on going lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. Now, someone could auto English say that this is not a Photoshop, and you have not accidentally ingested some properly bad acid. This is the actual front page of tomorrow's, now already released actual Daily Telegraph. This is a real thing. And the royal family will be reading it and seeing it as an attempt to rehabilitate Prince Andrew's image, because that is what they are trying to do right now, my family. This is just so embarrassing, really. This is just so embarrassing and just so disgusting what Andrew did. So embarrassing and just so disgusting. And what the tabloid media and also the Daily Telegraph is doing right now is embarrassing. My family and my family, they should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves 100%. Now, someone called, on Tuesday that this is worse than the chubby fingers defense of 2019. Prince Andrew's whole PR team need to be fired today. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. He might as well just set his inheritance from the Queen on fire. Someone by the handle RSLock on Twitter, Roll Suter, said that the palace is 100% behind him. No wonder this made the front page. Apparently, people are saying that this is a last-ditch effort before Virginia's gag order is lifted. My family, ramblings about him wanting to use his HRH, and pushing Charles to find something for him to do is typical Andrew rattling his tin cup. But this front page and fronting like he's going to reopen the lawsuit are ludicrous. Andrew just won't do that. And he also said that, that he can't sweat. And there are photos proving that indeed Andrew can't sweat. My family, people believe Virginia Giuffre. The more they try to, defend Andrew or try and do PR for Andrew, and then they come up with this bogus defense time and time again, it just proves Virginia Giuffre right about what happened to her at the hands of Andrew. It proves Virginia Giuffre right. My family, I hope that Virginia is able to able to tell her own story and continue healing from the pain that she has had to go through at the hands of people like predators like Prince Andrew. May she heal from that pain, from that trauma. And I also cannot wait for Virginia Giuffre's memoir. My family, now I want to hear your opinion on this, please. Tell me what you think about what is happening right now, about the Daily Telegraph's front page. The Daily Telegraph's front page, I want to hear your opinion on that, please. And with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and support our ever-growing family on YouTube. My family, as you can see, what Harry said is true. These outlets are the PR arm of the royal family. That's what they normally do. And my family, hate will never win, only love wins. And my family, what Andrew did to Virginia was so despicable. And Virginia has a right to tell her own story. And I can't wait to hear more from her memoir. And these attempts at discrediting Virginia won't work, Andrew. They just won't work. You can't use that argument that if the glove doesn't fit, you did not do it. You can't use and say that if the bathtub does not fit, you must acquit. Andrew, it won't work. My family, it just won't work. Kindly stay tuned to our next video. And more people are seeing just how low UK media are. How low they are, time and time again. And I love to see the farm and predators like Andrew being exposed. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.